All right, guys, thank you for joining me this morning. Appreciate it as always. I didn't hear anything about the debate, so if anybody knows anything, I feel like the debate was such a shit show that no one's actually talking about it. But there were a lot of clips on Kamala Harris and her stupid response, but also Trump did go off script from what I heard from you guys a lot last night. So we'll see if anything comes of it. I don't think they're going to be talking about it at least yet because they're doing the name reading on all the news channels right now. So that's probably why we're not hearing anything about it. So Nora, Adobe, thank you for the 5x5. Dan H, thank you for the 5x5. Appreciate it. Eric, thank you for the 5x5. So I normally don't go downtown for the 9/11 name reading. I've done it a couple of times, but normally I stay home for the most part. I might go downtown later today. I don't know, but whatever. I went down earlier this week, paid my respects. So it's normally how I do it on days like today. Oh, well. So let's get on with the. Sorry. Let's get on with today's news, if you will. So, I heard about something earlier this morning, but I wasn't sure. Actually last night, but I wasn't sure. So I looked it up today. Russia begins a massive naval drill with China in the Sea of Japan. So some people are seeing that. So some people are seeing that as a bad thing, but I guess they've held drills in the Sea of Japan before, so it's not anything new. But it's a massive drill, and I think it has people on edge. And it happened 2 days ago, so they're talking about it today, or yesterday rather. They were talking about it. Excuse me. So, the Russian military on Tuesday launched, it was yesterday, a massive naval drill and air drill spanning across both hemispheres, including China in a joint maneuver. The Ocean 24 exercise, which is, they're calling it, spans the Pacific and the Arctic Ocean, Mediterranean, Caspian, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, and the Baltic Sea, involving over 400 warships, submarines, and support vessels, more than 120 planes, helicopters, and over 90,000 troops. The Russian Defense Ministry said in a statement the maneuver will continue through September 16th. That's a long ass time. Russian President Vladimir Putin said in a comment to military officials that the war games are the largest of their kind in 3 decades and that China's warship and planes are taking part. This was confirmed. China confirmed that on Monday, saying that two countries' navies would cruise together in Pacific, but gave no details. A total of 15 countries have been invited to observe the drill, Putin said, without naming who they were, the countries that is. We pay special attention to strengthening military cooperation with friendly states. Today, in the context of growing geopolitical tension in the world, it is especially important. That's what Putin stated. Clearly, guys, this could be a precursor to the Third World War. If they are trying to avoid nuclear weapons, this would be the best way to go about it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that this is what it is. They're getting ready for something. A massive drill of that the magnitude, spanning that many miles and in that many seas, that's pretty. I hate to say it, but impressive. The Russian leader accused the United States of trying to maintain a global military and political dominance at any cost, seeking to inflict a strategic defeat on Russia in the war with Ukraine and to break the established security architecture, and balance of power in the Asian Pacific region. So again, this could be something. This could be a precursor to the Third World War. They could be feeling it out. Who the hell knows? But of course, the United States is watching closely. So of course, with that, let's move over to Iraq. Excuse me. Explosions reported near a U.S. military facility near Baghdad airport ahead of the Iranian president's visit. Iraqi security officials said an explosion targeted a site used by the U.S. military next to Baghdad airport late Tuesday, one day before the expected visit of the Iranian president. Expected visit by the Iranian president Mushad, whatever the hell his last name is, to Baghdad Wednesday would be his first official trip abroad since taking office. The Iraqi security media cell said in a statement that an explosion was heard at 11 p.m. at the airport, or near the airport, The statement said Iraq security forces were unable to determine the type or cause of the explosion, and no party has claimed responsibility of it. It added that the incident was under investigation and civilian air traffic continued as normal. There was no immediate information on the damage or casualties. It later comes to find out there were no casualties of any kind. U.S. officials did not immediately respond to requests or comment. The Iraq security officials at the airport who spoke on conditions of anonymity. Why? Because he was not authorized to speak publicly about the matter, said officials who were at the airport preparing for the Iranian president's visit heard the sound of two strong strikes. Interesting. Over the past 11 months, Iranian-backed Iraq militia have periodically targeted base housing U.S. forces in Iraq and have said that the strikes were retaliation for Washington's support of Israel in the war in Gaza. I just feel like the United States is in way too many things. Ukraine, the Gaza war. It's like we're stretching ourselves thin, and when push comes to shove and shit hits the fan, we're going to be down and out because we don't have any resources. Anyway, I got such a massive headache today. So excuse me for the slow reading and slow response. Woke up with a neck pain and my head is starting to kill me right now. Did they have a commercial, a Kamala Harris commercial on my channel? Yo, whatever. She's willing to pay for it. And you guys know I don't support it. So, listen, YouTube will put whatever the fuck they want. I haven't seen a Donald Trump commercial, nor have I heard a Donald Trump commercial on YouTube. But I hear more than enough of you guys talk about a commercial from Kamala Harris. Yeah, well, I might, if my headache doesn't go away, I'll probably cancel tonight's Angry Film Critic and bump it to next Wednesday if the headache doesn't go away. And keep in mind, that's 12 hours from now or 11 hours from now. So if I do cancel it, that means my headache just got that much more worse. Anyway, so this article I find very, very interesting. And it's not so much an article, it's more of a paragraph. It was actually a video that I can't show, but apparently a judge ruled that people with HIV cannot be barred from joining the military. Now, that's not saying that they can fight. That's just saying that they can join the military and take an admin gig, I guess, because nobody wants anybody with HIV of any kind bleeding all over them. It's 12:10. It's 10:12 in the Philippines. No shit. At night. 12:10 at night. No, I didn't. Okay, please. All right. So, a federal judge struck down a Pentagon's last remaining policy that bans Americans with HIV from enlisting in the military. Now, those well-treated and asymptomatic HIV are eligible for enlistment and promotions within the military. In the ruling, the judge pointed out advances in care and treatment of HIV. Now, I don't care about the advancements in HIV because people say, I love how people say well-treated and asymptomatic HIV patients. All right. They go with that, but meanwhile, they were scaring America into their homes when they kept saying, even though you're asymptomatic, if you have Mr. 19 on board, you can still infect other people. Now, I know about those drugs out there like PrEP and those drugs that hide your HIV status, meaning it lowers your, what is it? Your white blood cell count? I think that's what it is. It lowers your white blood cell count, making you less, it lowers your HIV count so that when you get tested, that you still have it, but it's at a low range. And that low range is a healthy range, as they keep putting it, which is complete and utter bullshit. Nonetheless, I don't want anybody of any kind of HIV status, or I don't care how low their results are, whatever it is. I don't give a shit. I don't want you around me bleeding on me. And obviously, if I have to treat you, I will, because I'll be wearing gloves. But I don't wear anybody in combat with me getting blown up, and then their blood is. It's not going to make anybody safe. You could try to rationalize the shit out of it by saying they're asymptomatic, that they're well treated. It's bullshit. What the hell? What's the white blood count cells? Excuse me. Right? They said that if that's too high, that's indicative of their body attacking the HIV or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We don't need to have this near and around us. We really don't. Could they serve in the military at some kind of capacity? Yes. Again, an admin job or something like that. Something where they're not in combat. But in combat, absolutely not. No thank you. You are contagious 3 days before. For what? What are we talking about? AIDS? Yeah, Mad Medic. That's the thing. They keep telling us, they're like, oh, if they get treated, you still have it. It doesn't go away. It's not a cure. It's just disguising or camouflaging your issues. That's all it is. But they keep trying to fucking lie to us and making it sound like that these people are. No, they're not. No, you're not. You're still sick. You still have the bug. Anyway, last article, because this is going to be short, because again, my headache is really, really killing me today. So I do apologize. After this article, I'm going to go off. I'll go off the air, so it'll be about 5 minutes or so. I mean, my headache is so bad right now, I feel really nauseous. So anyway, first U.S. human bird flu case reported with no animal contact. Health officials are trying to find out how a person in Missouri was sickened by the H5N1, right? The H5 avian influenza bird flu in the latest twist in concerning new behavior of the virus. Now they're saying that the virus is a new behavior, which was detected in farm workers' cows and milk earlier this year. The Missouri case is unusual in two ways. First, the person was hospitalized and the person did not have known contact with infected animals. So far this year, more than a dozen people have tested positive for bird flu, but all had mild symptoms such as pink eye and signs of flu, sore throat, runny nose. Also, the infected people had contact with poultry and or cattle. The cases were in farm workers in Colorado, Michigan, and Texas. Missouri health officials reported that the person had another medical condition and was hospitalized August 22nd and treated with antiviral flu medicine and has now recovered, followed up with testing by the CDC or with the CDC and diagnosed, and the agency said that the guy was cured for the most part. Sorry. Missouri health officials also are still investigating how the person may have been exposed to bird flu. There have been no detections of bird flu in cattle in Missouri, but it has been found this year in commercial and backyard poultry flocks. Close contacts of the Missouri patient have shown no signs of the virus. It is possible that the infection stemmed from close contact with an infected migrating bird. And this is according to Michael Ossenholm, director of the Center of Infectious Disease Research and Policies out of University of Minnesota. This is the first case of bird flu detected by the nation's influenza surveillance system, in which the flu samples from a variety of health centers, like the health department and emergency rooms, are extensively tested and for detailed information about the viral strain. So they're trying to figure out why this strain did what it did, and they don't know where it came from. Listen, guys, it's just a matter of time until they test this thing out. Detailed information about the viral. Okay, Nancy said, mic check. Yeah, I can hear myself on my iPad. Thomas is saying I cannot hear you. Nancy said she can hear me. Volume went low. Laura said sound. Chicken Patty said they have sound. Audio is off, short in the wire. That's interesting. Nancy said she can hear me. Volume went low. Laura said sound. Chicken Patty said they have sound. How's the sound now? Audio is off, short in the wire. That's interesting. Nancy said she can hear me. Volume went low. Laura said sound. Chicken Patty said they have sound. How's the sound now? All right. All right, guys, I'm fucking tired. I took the mic and I took this mic and I put it off. I don't know why I did that. So anyway, with that, guys, it's time for me to go off the air. Fuck this shit. Holy shit! I just had a fucking a Joe Biden moment. Excuse me. So anyway, guys, so far there's been no human-to-human spread of the bird flu. The health officials continue to say the risk of bird flu in humans is low. The FDA said that the commercial milk supply is safe because testing of pasteurized products have been found only in non-variable signs of the virus. Non-viable signs. So that means the virus is in the milk, but it's dead. So, listen, guys. Like I said last night on the Angry Truth channel, on the Angry Prepper, they are bombarding us with everything. Everything. Anything and everything they could throw at us, they're going to throw at us. That's just the bottom line. You know, when you thought the bird flu was dead, then they go, oh, by the way, somebody got it, but we don't know how. And they're calling it a contactless transmission. So that's, and then of course it's in Missouri, and Missouri did have an issue with it, with bird flu. So I mean, he could have come in contact with something and didn't realize it. Who knows? But they're not spreading it as fear-mongering just yet. I know they will at some point, but this is where we are right now. More and more bullshit is happening on a daily basis. So all I can say now, guys, is that things are going to be heating up on all fronts. It's not just the election. It's not just the war over in Ukraine or what's going on in Israel, or rather Gaza right now. It's on all fronts. Everything. People are upset with each other. People are lashing out. The liberals are beating up. Sorry, the left are beating up Trump supporters again. Trump supporters are getting fired from their jobs again. A guy got kicked off a plane for wearing a Trump t-shirt. So this is getting out of control. They are canceling YouTube channels who are talking out against Kamala Harris. They're taking out YouTube channels that are talking out against migrants. Again, guys, this is on all fronts. It's just a matter of time until either civil war breaks out or some kind of war breaks out. Nonetheless, we have to be ready to rock and roll. We need to stay abreast of what's going on. Don't read into everything, but don't take things lightly. Try to read between the lines, and even then, be easy. Play your position. Don't get carried away. Don't start no shit. Just wait till things fall apart, because they undoubtedly will. If Trump wins, we might see an economic decline known as the Great Depression 2.0. If Kamala Harris wins, we're going to see America get sold out even more. And then if Kamala Harris wins, we will not see a Republican in the White House for a very, very long time. Because if they do what I think they're going to do come next month, if they take the election again, we won't see a Republican in office for a long time. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to go off the air. I will see you guys tomorrow for the doubleheader. I might see you guys tonight, depending on how I feel. Again, if this headache doesn't go away, I'll reschedule the live stream for next week. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me, and enjoy the day.